Lord, y'all, I tell y'all, this is like lamb chop. This is the song that never ends. So, here it is. Blueface proposed to Jaidyn Alexis. I want to say it was at a Raiders game. And all hell has broke loose between Blueface, Carlissa, and Blueface shaming the ring that Carlissa's husband gave her, uh, saying that he the only one that ever had his girl. She only got one body and it's him, and calling his mom, pretty much calling her a whore, and talking about how you got 3 baby daddies and none of them was your husband's and you've been married 3 times. And it's just like, oh, Jesus. The disrespect is real. But before I go any further, Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. Whatever time you click on this reading is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership. Y'all, I told y'all that Carlissa was tired and she was about to start spilling the tea. She was no longer going to hide stuff. Since the last reading I've done, I believe she's gone off 2 more times. It just wow. Good thing Krishan has nothing to do with this. I saw that she was supposed to be opening a restaurant. And I also saw that Jaidyn said that if Baddies East will cast her, then Krishan can get her fade. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. That is the dumbest idea that she ever came up with. I think she thought it was smart because it's like, okay, if you want to fight me, pay me. But I don't think she realizes that not only does Krishan have the advantage athletically, you're giving her home court advantage because you're going to the East Coast where she's from on a cast that supports her, that also has her sister on the cast. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Krishan an executive producer on Baddies East? So you would go sign up for Baddies East to get the clout, to get paid, to get beat up. And you would be an employee of Krishan Rock, which means you would have to give them all of your personal information for tax purposes. And she would have that on deck to take you and Blueface to child support court if you start making more money than him. And it would be your fault because you decided to work for Blueface's baby mama. So now you would literally have to hustle for Krishan and watch your mouth so that you don't get beat up on the clock. I promise you I can't make this shit up if I tried. I really couldn't. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and tap in, y'all. I'm trying to keep a straight face, but I promise you, it's like this is the most ridiculous, craziest situation that I have ever seen since the whole Jocelyn, Stevie, and Mimi. And I promise you, they got all 3 of them beat. They got all 3 of them beat. So let's start off with Blueface and Jaidyn engagement. What's to expect now that they're engaged? Y'all know I only read on the stuff that they put out in the public. I don't read on the private stuff. Looks like they're giving me plenty of material. And my sage is burning high, so this is going to be interesting. What's going to happen now that they're engaged? Listen. When I tell you I can't make this up if I tried. You see this? And that sage is... and that sage is kicking up. 7 of Swords and the Hermit. So somebody's going to be sneaking around and acting single. Is that a surprise? No, not at all. Let me adjust my camera. Oh my gosh. King of Wands. Okay? So, you know, taking action. And King of Wands is also the king of the deck that makes sure that they control and wield that wand. So, come on now. Allegedly, Blue is still going to be out here. I promise you, I can't make this up. Look at the bottom of the deck. Star is the card of Aquarius. What is he? The Aquarius, right? Blue is going to still be out here sneaking around, throwing that thing in a circle, acting single, doing what he wants to do. Whew. Where was the surprise in that? The Hermit, okay? The Wheel of Fortune. The 7 of Pentacles. So, when it comes down to it, this is saying that this man is self-serving. He's very selfish. He will do whatever it takes for a come up, and he will sow whatever seed he needs to sow for a harvest. But this is also, as you sow, so shall you reap. Lord have mercy. Now remember, he's talking about shooting the fade with the stepfather. And I just mentioned that Jaidyn is talking about if Baddies East will cast her, that she'll shoot Krishan that fade. Now, really, if Krishan want to get those ratings, she wants to make that money and get her vengeance, you literally just put the ball in her court where she can cast you as an executive producer of that show, okay? Get you to sign all the disclaimers so that you can't press charges, and literally mud stump you for a price, and there's nothing you can say or do about it. And she won't catch a case, and it won't be something that will affect her being on probation. You couldn't make that more of a perfect situation for Krishan. I don't even think Jaidyn thought that through. She couldn't have thought that through. There had to be a plan that was batched during a Hennessy session, because it's no way in the world I would have given Krishan the keys to the car like that. When you say you in the front seat and she in the back seat, this is literally allowing her to drive the bus, and now you got to sit all the way in the back seat. Seven of Cups. Oh man. And see that, you know, most people will tell you that that's the considering your options, but this card has a dual meaning for me. This is also my card of being inebriated. You know, the card of partaking in, you know, drinking and substances. Now, what did I just say? you and Hennessy had a conversation, and that's possibly allegedly how you came up with this idea to set yourself up for failure. I don't think it's a good idea, Jaidyn. But what do I know? Six of Cups. Okay? So, falling under the Seven of Swords, that's somebody creeping, sneaking back to somebody from the past. Once again, I can't make this up. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. I'm going to put it back in the deck. The Two of Cups and the Star. We know this is the Aquarius. The Two of Cups is like soulmate, twin flame energy. Okay, this card was backwards. Didn't even... Look at this. And this is some sneaky stuff in itself. Just sneaky shit. Ace of Wands, big dick energy. The Star. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. So, oh my God, like I'm channeling the Isleys Atlantis. And in the chorus, it's, I'll always come back to you. No matter what, he can talk all of that. And we're talking about what happens after the engagement, you know, looking forward to him and Jaidyn getting married. He's still thinking about sneaking back to Krishan. He sees Krishan as the more suitable one. But for him, more suitable means the one who can help him to come up with money, the one to help him to hustle, the one that can help him build the empire. Like I said, he's very self-serving. Jaidyn's not a hustler. She is, you know, good with, you know, doing what he says for her to do. She's subservient, which is not a bad thing. But he likes the whole idea of somebody that'll go out and go get it. And see, as much as he, you know, talks crazy about his mom being a Leo, Leos are natural go-getters. A Leo is a hustler. If nobody can come up with something out of nothing, make $1 out of 15 cents, it is a Leo who is active when it comes to being ambitious. He likes an ambitious woman. Strange enough, the same things that he calls himself disliking in his mother, he loves in Krishan. And that's what keeps him coming back to her. I mean, outside of the athletic sex and whatnot. Ooh, yeah. The artist. King of Wands, the artist. We know he is an artist. These literally damn near flipped out my hand. The Hermit, Five of Cups. So, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Listen. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. That's going back and forth with messages, coming in with a message. So when you got the King of Wands, the action is the artist. You know, artists create. They make things happen. They culminate, right? So now he's taking action to make things happen, to, you know, create. And it's like he's trying to create and recreate lightning. Okay? He wants to take Jaidyn and turn Jaidyn into the artist. And then here it is. You've got the Hermit over the Five of Cups. Now, interesting enough, you know, he's not, you know, by himself because he's in a relationship. but he's finding himself by himself because it's like his antics are getting him ostracized. And he's not going to say it publicly because he's an air sign, and air signs deal more in analytics. But it's affecting him that he's being put in a situation where he feels ostracized. And that's where you get this Five of Cups from, that deep heartbreak and regret. And this Wheel of Fortune over the Ace of Cups. So he's looking at this new relationship, this love relationship, this engagement is going to, boost them up. It's going to monetize. Because like I said, he sows seeds for a bigger harvest. So you got these Seven of Pentacles. So that's planting a seed so that it can grow and become fruitful in the Nine of Pentacles, which is the independent woman. But it's like he wants to make Jaidyn the hustler, the independent woman. But, she's more so the domestic housewife type, which, once again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. And he should be comfortable with that, because really, that's more so where she's best suited versus making her the artist. But it's the way that he's going about doing it is causing conflict. And this is where you get this Five of Wands over the Star, which is his sign. Now, I want to tap more off into this fight energy, because I picked up on that energy in the last reading with Carlissa and Jaidyn. Ooh, baby. Talking about an epic saga. Okay, I'm trying to, make a little room here. So, Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. That's all this arguing, this confusion, this disrespect, this negativity. Knight of Swords coming in with a message. So, being sneaky. Seven of Swords over the Six of Cups and coming in with a message. So, there's some secret communication here. We know that, no matter what, he's, from here on out, him and Krishan have a baby together. So, he's going to have to communicate with her about this child. But I feel like, to a certain extent, he has to walk on eggshells to communicate with her about this child. So he has to sneak to go back to speak to Krishan about their child, which no person should have to sneak to speak to the person that they have a baby with about, whatever needs to be done for the child. But see, he makes it hard on himself, because a lot of the reason why he has to sneak and do things is because of how he handles things, the way he moves. You're, a serial cheater. So, if you look at anybody too long, it could be, seen as you trying to take them down, right? So he knows that this is a sore spot for Jaidyn. Queen of Cups. She is forever going to be a sore spot for Jaidyn. And we know that Krishan is a Pisces, so that would make her the Queen of Cups. So he's secretly communicating with her, talking to her back and forth. But see, he don't know how to just communicate about the child. It always turns into something to where he's trying to, you know, slide back in. He's trying to get back in the back door some kind of way. And this is all energy after the engagement. Allegedly, y'all. 5 of Swords. So because of his actions, it causes all this conflict and communication. As I said, it's the way he moves. If he was just standing on business and, okay, well, how's my son? What does my son need? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'll come in to actually see my son. He wouldn't have a lot of the issues that he has. So, Hermit and 5 of Cups. And then you've got the 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is somebody standing up for themselves or somebody being defensive. So we know that, you know, he's being ostracized right now because of communication he has with his mom. But also, this is like, after a while, I hate to say it, somebody could end up walking away from this relationship and become very defensive and have to defend themselves. Because he keeps concentrating on Krishan. No matter what, he's got an eye on Krishan. And see, it brings him great pause. He's upset that she's single and she's literally out here turning up for the gods. You see this? The Lovers and the 8 of Cups. That's walking away from a relationship. So he's not feeling it that his lover walked away from a relationship with him. And this is how he feels after that. I'm sorry, y'all. This is how he feels after that Mr. Steal Your Bitch song with Krishan and Lil, what's his name? Lil Mabel. These names, goodness. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. So this is him defending the relationship, but he's defending the relationship because he's seeing this now as his new cash cow. He feels like he has to defend the integrity of his new money-making venture, allegedly. 2 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So, like I said, it's weird because something about his whole entire vibe with Krishan turned on like a internal light switch. And he's trying to put a little Krishan in some of everything that he does. But Krishan, you know, even though, you know, she's out here turning up, living her best life, she still hasn't let go of that soul tie either. It's like they have a strong tie on one another. They both keep up with one another. That's where you get this secret communications going back and forth. Yep, the Lovers. He's publicly defending his relationship with Jaidyn because he sees this as his new turn up, his new come up, his new bag. But he's still trying to figure out how to sow seeds into his past relationship because this is all he cares about. King of Pentacles, King of Swords. He's methodical. He's thinking about how he can level up, how he can get to this money so that he can be the King of Pentacles. And like I said, Krishan represents those pentacles to him. He loves the idea of, damn, when me and her were together, we'd be a power couple. We have this, we have that, we have X, Y, and Z. And that turns him on more than anything. Outside of the Two of Cups for the lovers, you really don't get any love cards with him until you see the opportunity here. The Wheel of Fortune, then it's the Ace of Cups and Seven of Wands. So he's defending the hustle. He loves the bag. See this? Five of Wands, the Star. That's him fighting over his relationship with his lover. The Two of Cups. This is the weirdest dynamic I've ever seen. And it's like, you know, he sees himself as a pimp, but actual pimps don't get down like this and do all of this extra drama. You know, it's like the game is to be sold and not told, but he's telling everything he need to tell so that he could sell, you know, whatever this is to us as as they try to game us, right? So bottom of the deck is the Hangman. What is the Hangman to this equation? King of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Why is there a heartbreak attached to the King of Pentacles? Eight of Swords and the Hangman. This is feeling trapped in a situation, possibly going to jail. And I did say in the Blueface reading, unfortunately, I did see jail time looming around him. Seven of Cups. Considering your options, and this is also a turn-up card. Uh-oh. Three of Swords. That's that heartbreak. Y'all, I can't make this up. This heartbreak falls under the Hermit, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. He's heartbroken. And I just said this. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for reconfirmation. He's heartbroken over Krishan out here being single. This is a very unrequited offer for him. He hates the fact that she's finding herself, she's finding her way, and he doesn't have the access that he wants. Like, he's still communicating with her, but see, he has to communicate with her now, you know, as if, oh, I'm just calling about my son. And then squeeze everything else into the conversation. It's not like it used to be. So I said, you know, I said it before, Krishan is slowly but surely starting to wake up from, you know, this situation. She's not all the way there yet. Let's put that out there. She's not all the way there yet, but slowly but surely she is getting to the point to where she's starting to see what life feels like and how, you know, success tastes on her own. And she's realizing, like, wait a minute, I can do this. I don't need nobody micromanaging me to do this. I can do this. I'm good at this. And this is causing him pause. Why? Remember I told you, Blue is self-serving. He loves the dough. When it comes down to it, Ace of Pentacles. See, he used to could get her to hand over her money, right? Now he's looking at everything that she's amassed on her own, everything that she's doing on her own, and it's like, how do I get my hands on that? Page of Cups. Yeah, he's still flirting with her. When thank you, spirit guides. Somebody is definitely on fire tonight because, like I just said, he will contact her under the guise of, you know, hey, I'm just calling to check on, you know, Junior, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, Page of Cups, you're still flirting. You're still flirting. You're still, you know, saying whatever you need to say. I just picked this up and look at what was left. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins for him. It's all about the money. That was meant to come out. I just shuffled and it came back out. So, like I said, King of Wands, the artist, Five of Swords. So the action that he's taking, the artist identifying what he does for a living, all this arguing becomes a hangman because remember, you know, I just said he was threatening the stepdad, arguing, going back and forth with Carlissa. He's treating this like everything is for entertainment purposes, but I don't think the court is going to see this way. And it's a direct violation of his probation to be out here threatening somebody and you already are on probation for a violent offense. Yeah, no rest for the wicked, no rest for the weary. See, folks got to stop talking out that damn Hennessy. That's why I don't drink Hennessy. Hennessy be tapping me on the shoulder like, I know you heard that bitch. You heard what she said, right? Go get her together. That's exactly why me and Hennessy are not friends. I have not touched Hennessy in over 20 years for that very reason. Hennessy got you talking tough and threatening people and saying, you know, you gonna pull up and telling other people to pull up and forgetting that you can't get in any trouble for like what, the next 2 years? And see, this right here is where I look at Jaidyn, and as a woman, as a wife, as a helpmate, this is where you're supposed to say, babe, you can't do that. You forgetting you on papers. You forgetting XYZ. Like, you gotta remind him that if we're gonna get this money, if we're gonna really get out here and get what we need to get, we have to elevate. Instead of encouraging him to go back and forth with his mom, threatening his stepdad, you should have told him, like, look, I appreciate you taking up for me, but you know what it is. You can't be threatening folks. Lord, was that the fire department? Some kind of sirens. Ooh, that ain't a good sign. Yeah, so Queen of Swords and the Empress. Now, isn't Jaidyn an air sign? And then here's his mother. So here it is. Mother sitting here unbothered. Jaidyn, looking towards the mom. And this is pretty much like, remember I said ostracized. This is, causing deep regret. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is also a card of intuition. On top of that's the card for an indicator for Krishan Rock, because she is the water sign. So this is showing me that there's animosity between Jaidyn and Carlissa over Krishan. She doesn't like her talking to Krishan, being close to Krishan. And all I gotta say is it's a baby involved now. It would have been a baby involved either way it goes, because hey, if somebody gets somebody pregnant 4 times, eventually, they were trying to make a child with this person. So you can't get mad at his mother for choosing to be involved with the other child's mother. That's the mother of her grandchild. King of Swords. This is him, because he's an air sign. So, he's backing Jaidyn. He's saying whatever he feels needs to be said with Jaidyn. But let's remember, when he was with Krishan, he kind of fanned the flame to get Krishan and his mom and his sister into it. So look at how the tables turn. Take him out of the equation with Krishan. Him and his mom and Krishan come to an understanding. Now he's the middleman between Jaidyn and his mother, and there's animosity. Just one to think about. So we got this 9 of Swords, and it's fallen under the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and the 7 of Wands, which is showing me that he's got a lot of anxiety around, this next go round, this relationship, monetizing this relationship. And then boom, Queen of Wands. Now we know the Queen of Wands is Carlissa. Interesting enough, her being a Leo and her being an enterprising mind, chances are she was the one that was going to help him to monetize this relationship, possibly help him to sell a show, allegedly. And now he has animosity because you caused a separation, which has you here as the Hermit, which got you in deep regret, because your mom and Krishan have found a way to speak to each other. Krishan's doing well. Your mom has a show. But who's going to help you pitch yours? King of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So that's him. And notice he's sowing these seeds, 7 of Pentacles, for this bigger harvest. Independent woman, and he figures by making her an independent entity through this relationship, it's going to pay out for him. But then you got this fight energy over here, this fight energy that he's inciting, because here's the star, the Five of Wands, the star, and the Two of Cups, fighting over this relationship. Things coming swiftly out the blue. And there's Carlissa. Finally, she's come out. And that's the Five of Wands. That's a card of physical fighting. So, yeah, you've been arguing with your mother, but that's a card of physical fighting. There we go. That's not a good look. Betrayal, Ten of Swords. So, y'all, allegedly, from what I can see, this is going to get worse before it gets better. I don't even want to say what I see at this point because I'm just going to hope for the best. This is, you know, seeing your ships coming in, your blessings, opportunities. And once again, this falls under that sneaky energy of flirting and apologizing and going back and forth behind Jaidyn's back to get back with Krishan. But it's not working like it used to. It's an unrequited offer. Krishan got that taste of freedom. And look at that. He sees this as a betrayal, that she's decided to move on, get her stuff together. It's a betrayal to him. Because now it's like he's looking at, you know, you said too much. You got yourself lined up to where now the authorities are really going to be watching you. They could come pick you up just because of what you said, but they're watching you to see how you move. All of this arguing, this negativity, it caused you this hangman. It's going to also put a damper on your money. And you can't get access the way you used to your mom or Krishan to help you build whatever this is you need to build. You've been cut off, Two of Swords. Like he wants the rest of the world to think that he's cut off, you know, his mom and whatnot, but he's been cut off. And we're back to that Hermit energy, and that's a Four of Cups. Unrequited offer. Four of Cups falls right under the Empress, the mother. Him falling out with Carlissa is an unrequited offer. There's something that she does that is beneficial to him. Possibly she's the one that, you know, looks over the paperwork and lines things up. Allegedly. Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants to humble themselves and apologize because the bigger picture is this Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what I'm going to call this reading because this is some... Ooh, you talking about calamity and fugazi. Like, what type of mess is this? This is supposed to be one of the happiest times of your life where you get engaged and it's like we're getting married. We're going to spend our life together. Like, you know, the honeymoon phase. It looked like the honeymoon phase lasted 3 minutes. I promise you. I'm trying so hard to say, oh, okay, well, look, they're getting married. It's like Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords. And this is explaining that Nine of Swords, the anxiety. Okay? He's got anxiety over being ostracized, being cut off. The wounded warrior. Tell me more about this wounded warrior energy. Because that could just be somebody's feelings hurt. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Somebody wanna slide on back over here and apologize. Seven of Pentacles. I think Blue, you know, he did it. He up and did it. And it's like I said once before, Jaidyn, to be a good wife, to be a good helpmate, you have to help the person you're with evolve. And to help them evolve, you have to grow yourself. So you've got to come out of this, you know, hateful energy because you can't have your way. So you want everybody to, I don't like her, I'm not speaking to her. So if I'm not speaking to her, you can't speak to her. You got to come out of that. You can't have this attitude that was not my baby, so that baby don't matter type energy. At the end of the day, if you decided to take this man back after he had a child with another woman, you have to bury the hatchet because the child is innocent. No matter how the parents got together and made the child is innocent. You took him back. You're marrying him, which means you're going to be this little boy's stepmother. This is your children's sibling. You got to do better when it comes to that. Three of Cups. Third party energy. Also, that's the card of turning up. So the action taken. Ten of Swords. There's some information about a third party energy that's going to come out. Wounded warrior, which is the Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. That's not out yet, so I'm not going to tap into that, but maybe at a later date. This energy comes out later. I will reference this. Let's see, we had 48 minutes, so yeah, 47 minutes into this reading. If this energy pops up at a later date, I will go back and tell you to check this timestamp at 47 minutes. It's time to wrap this up because this reading has been long enough. The Moon. So yeah, this is an unrequited offer, but it's like he's carrying this in secret because, like I said, this is an air sign. Air signs don't really deal in emotions. You know, they're not really, you know, warm and gushy type. They're more so the people that are thinkers, that process things. So to us, it's like he's just reacting, but he's reacting because he's hurt. He never thought that he was going to get cut off. Like, you got cut off by the chick who you wanted to get back with because you knew her and her baby are going to generate income. So now you're trying to make this family generate income. You know, possibly make like a family show, family YouTube page, things like that. And they make great money. They do. But it's not manifesting the way you want it to. And now to get cut off from the family, here it is, Wounded Warrior, under the Two of Swords. Knight of Wands. Look at this. Mr. I need to apologize. And see, that's another thing. He likes to manipulate Krishan through apologies, allegedly. You know, I'm sorry for how I've been acting. Yeah, I was tripping, blah, blah, blah. Here, you know, have a have a slong meat sandwich. And, you know, he knows if he can get in her bed, he can get in her head. But he does that backwards, because people who really are in that life, in that industry and pimping, they always tell you to get in her head before you get in her bed. And see, she's gotten to the point where now her head is starting to get clearer. And she's like, okay, well, you know, I do like the D is good, but I done got used to it. So it doesn't affect me the way it used to. The Devil. So it's like, I mean, everybody in this involved, it's a toxic attachment. But this is like an obsessive toxic attachment. And this toxic energy is the puppet master to a lot of these relationships. So I'm going to end it here, because I need to go to sleep before one of them do something else and it ends up becoming another reading. I don't want to. Oh my God. I mean, I know no family is perfect. There's no such thing, but this is so toxic. I'm not going to, you know, use any oracles to clarify anything. I think we've clarified enough. So this is the energy of, now that they're engaged and going to be married, this is the energy between Blueface and Jaidyn. And the energy between Blueface and Carlissa. And apparently the energy that binds Blueface and Krishan, the soul tie that binds Blueface and Krishan. It's like, if this is Blueface, this is Krishan. Okay? You see, this thumb is still able to be reached, but it's, you know, slowly but surely, it's getting out here and seeing what the rest of the world is like. So, y'all, oh my God. This is the most tumultuous, ridiculous family unit I've seen in a very long time. Mona Scott needs to just corral all of y'all. Whoever is not over there, you know, dealing with Zeus TV, she need to get the rest of y'all and just, you know, put you on every Monday night or something, because y'all might as well monetize this whole saga, because, I mean, if people are going to keep watching and this stuff is never going to stop happening, why not make money off of it? But with that being said, I'm bringing this reading to a close, and this reading is adjourned. Good night, y'all.